Tonight, Zohran Mamdani not wasting any time on his first day as mayor-elect of New York City. He announced his transition team of all women and is now looking forward to taking office in 57 days. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim with the advice outgoing Mayor Adams is giving his successor.
A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose.
From victory night to day one of his transition.
The poetry of campaigning may have come to a close last night at 9, but the beautiful prose of governing has only just begun.
Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani echoed a mantra made famous by former New York Governor Mario Cuomo, the father of the man he upset in last night's election. And with that, under the Unisphere today in Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Queens, the most diverse county in the nation, Mamdani announced his all-female transition team. Among the 5 members, Maria Torres Springer, Mayor Adams' widely respected former deputy mayor, who resigned over Adams' dealings with President Trump, and the former chair of the Federal Trade Commission.
And I know that Zohran has the vision and courage to make sure that we can actually deliver.
And there is a lot of vision Mamdani is promising to deliver.
He really doesn't understand what are the legal limits on the mayor.
Political experts say universal daycare and free buses may prove challenging, but building more affordable housing and freezing the rent on stabilized units are realistic goals.
If you have 5 things, you don't get it done. You've got to have at the most 2 things, because while you're trying to implement your vision of something new and exciting, you still have to deliver basic services for New Yorkers.
Then there is Washington.
Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
And now let's see how a communist does in New York. We're going to see how that works out.
So you can do.
And we'll help him. We'll help him. We want New York to be successful.
And I'll say this right there. Let me pause that right there and give you a commentary real quick. And I think that that's mature of Donald Trump to do. And it's not about, oh, he has to face defeat. No. At the end of the day, we got to work with each other. It's like a coworker, right? And I'm the boss. But one of my high performing areas needs to be accommodated if they need to be accommodated. At the end of the day, everybody's supposed to have the same goals, regardless. And that's the thing I hate about the red and blue conversation, because yes, we might not like Mamdani. You know what I mean? He has certain views for New York City that we as the red don't really like, that swing red. And that's fine. It's going to be differences. That's just what it's going to happen, man. It's all business. Like when somebody argue with me and I'm like, yeah, I'm a black Republican, right? Really, I'm like red to the middle. You know what I'm saying? And still, I'm not a super extremist red, but it doesn't even matter if I am or not. I still have Republican views. That being said, I'm not the enemy. We're all not the enemy. I understand. I'm from a blue background, so I understand everybody from that side. But then I grew up and understood the other side, so I had to explain to individuals how this works. It's not really complex like we make it seem. It's not, oh, this guy's the enemy. Maybe your ideology can change a little bit, and I understand that completely. But it's about maturing. I grew up blue, like I said. I grew up in a all-black household. Everybody voted Democrat. Nobody knew why. We just did. That's what we were supposed to do. That's okay. It's okay to be Democrat because there has to be Democrats. Some people have to do certain things and need certain things at a certain point in their life. Some people need certain things at the other part of their life. I'm at the point in my life now where I did my suffering. I did my handouts. I did my blaming. I'm done with it. I'm saying those people on that side be blaming people, but it's like at the end of the day, can we come together for a goal? And that's the response I feel like Donald Trump just said. It's kind of like, well, we're going to work together regardless. So it is what it is. Like, because what's happened is you get some young blood in here. Now the young blood think I got to take on the next thing. He chilling with AOC. He's going with the former people that was running with Evans, Mayor Evans before him. I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, we got to get shit done. So it's like, you either coming or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Or what you want to do. That's how I see it. It's like, that's why when I get in these debates and arguments with certain people, you know what I mean? Your opinion is your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Most people I debate with that are blue, most people, not all, They really don't even know politics whatsoever. And I'm still learning myself, but I know more than the people that I'm debating with for sure, because it's what I do. That being said, we can all come to a mutual ground. Inside, if I actually explain certain logic to people, I would think that certain people would actually go like to the left, to the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all is going to end up at. This is my prediction. My prediction is everybody going to end up somewhat on the left or the right, but in the middle of that side. No one's going to be extreme, nothing. You get what I'm saying? At least everybody's going to have because it makes sense. Everybody's going to have a complete understanding of something. They're going to sway their ways, but they're going to sway their way towards the middle. So there's a common ground. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling my girl the other day. I said, man, it's going to be a rise of the independent party. She's like, oh, it's never been that way. I said, Como? He just ran for the New York City against Mamdani. He was independent because he's not going to get accepted in the Democratic Party going against a Democrat. He might as well go independent because there's going to have to be a party that sits in the middle. Let's be honest now. I think the future of the United States is a future of the independent party for once, because we will have to come to a mutual understanding to get shit done, or we're just going to be fighting forever, trying to gerrymander, you know what I'm saying, filibuster shit until nothing gets done. And then those people either die off or they get voted out by people that are like, come on, man, we got to get these goals done. We got to push stuff that's for the betterment of the country. You know what I mean? And help each other by the same time you need getting goals done. So I completely understand that, but I'm still red regardless. I'm just saying, my mature mind is just saying in the future of the United States will be independent. It has to be, bro. I know that we're not seeing that right now, but if you're seeing, if a socialist can be mayor of NYC, then the independent party's on the rise. And then you got Como. He was an independent. He went as independent, and he had over 40-something% of the votes. So you got to consider that too. So that being said, the future's here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to accept it. Mamdani is the new president of New York. I mean, not the president. He's the new mayor of NYC, New York City. And I just hope that he does good. That's it. That's all we can wish upon. Because at the end of the day, he's in power. And that's how it works. If you're elected, regardless of what you promised and what you give are two different things, you're still in power because you were elected official, at least for 8 years. No one's going to take you out of that power position. And that's why I tell people you need to be wise on who you choose, because you have no actual say once that individual is in power. Does that make sense? So say, for instance, if Mamdani was an extremist Muslim, right? Because he is Muslim, I believe. Say he was an extremist. He wouldn't admit that. No one probably never asked him neither. And then when he got in office, say he did some extremist shit. Could you, like, what can we really do for him? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, it don't matter. We're going to see what goes on in New York City. And the goal is that we hope he does good. Let's just hope what he thinks he's doing is right without pushing the rest of the people out of the city. Because, his promises do rely on the rich staying in New York. So you got to understand that too. So when he's saying, I need this policy, well, that's all based on if the billionaires and the millionaires stay in New York City is how you fund all these, rent freezes and shit and free buses that you claim you're going to give. That being said, then like Donald Trump said right here, you just going to have to let it play through,
We'll help him a little bit.
That was the president in Miami today, lowering the temperature a tad from the rhetoric on the campaign trail. The president also said Mamdani should reach out to him.
He needs to go to Washington, D.C. and sit down with the president and say, here are the needs of my city. You have to put all of that anger behind you.
I'll say this. He's not going to do that, bro. Yeah, Eric Adams, he's not going to do that, bro. You know why? Because he has your former staff with them, and that's the same reason they turned their back on him. I mean, on Mayor Adams. Literally, he has the legit same people that was running around with Mayor Adams. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely not going to try to be buddy friends with Donald Trump, when in actuality he should be trying to be accommodating and or work with Donald Trump to get the goals done. So you can come to a mutual understanding. But that's not why he's in there. He's in there to try to be a resistance. His first words on his speech was, "Turn your volume up, Donald Trump, I'm coming for you," type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that was his agenda from the get-go. His get-go is anti-Donald Trump. So it's like, I guess. So you know how that's going to go. Since he's the mayor of New York City, he's going to try to look up some old documents, try to find shit and search around for things to try to, you know, peek his head in through shit. So maybe, we don't know. At the end of the day, it's like the people that he's running with is the ex-people of Mayor Adams. So you know what that means. And they turned their back on him as soon as he started siding with Trump at all. So if Mamdani wants to be successful, he can't side with Trump. He damn near got to be the enemy by default. And even if he wanted to, he couldn't, because the people around him is not going to trust him. He'll never get reelected. And that's the problem now when it comes to these. Everybody needs to fight. Everybody needs to, you know, be against this guy. Like, if you even agree with one of his policies, the rest will turn their back on you. And that's the only reason I don't really like the left party, because I also have been betrayed by people on the left side. And I'm not saying it's due to their politics, but it maybe their mindset. It's kind of like, if you're not with me 100%, you're 100% against me. Does that make sense? That being said, tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. I do think in the future we can come to a common ground, but you know, it takes two mature individuals to sit down and shake a hand. That's it. Until then, we're going to be fighting like ex-friends. It's your boy AngeloSavage. Make sure you comment that in the comments section. Don't forget to like my video for the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, it's your boy Savage. Let's go.